What is going on, everybody? So I'm back today to talk about a film that I saw the poster for on Hulu, and I was very excited to watch because it stars Natalie Morales, who is an actress that I am a huge fan of. She was in the TV show Dead to Me, and her performance was really fantastic. She was in an incredibly beautiful film, Language Lessons, with Mark Duplass, that I absolutely adored. And anytime she pops up in anything, I try to watch it because I think she is just such a compelling actress. And there was a lot of people in this movie that I really like a lot. And so I felt like sitting down and watching it. And the movie I'm going to be discussing today is I'm Totally Fine. I'm Totally Fine is directed by Brandon Dermer. A woman in mourning takes a solo trip to clear her head after the death of her friend. However, Vanessa's self-care vacation plans change when she is met with a situation out of this world. This film stars Jillian Bell as Vanessa, who a lot of people know from the television show Workaholics. It also has Blake Anderson from Workaholics in it. Kyle Newacek from Workaholics shows up in it. So a lot of the regulars from that show up in this movie. And she just lost her friend. The two of them were starting an organic soda company together. Her friend is Jennifer, played by Natalie Morales, and so she's driving to this house that they rented together where they were supposed to have this party. And she gets there, these party planners show up that are supposed to throw the party. She tries to get them to stop, but they tell her that she's in a legally binding contract to have the party, so they set it all up for her. And she's just in a really bad place, and so she ends up taking some drugs and drinking, and she passes out by the pool. And she wakes up the next morning, and Natalie Morales' character is standing in her kitchen. And she's taken aback by it because her friend just died. And when she gets in there, she finds out that isn't her friend, but an extraterrestrial from a different planet who has come to do some sort of like evaluation on a human being to see like their physical stamina, their mental state, all these different things. And so at first she's like, wow, I can't believe this is going on. But then she finds out that the extraterrestrial, by inhabiting the form of her friend, has all of her friend's memories. And so she decides to do that with the alien so that she can find out a little bit more about her friend and to have a little bit more time with her friend. So this movie is a really charming concept, and for the most part, it has a very charming execution. The problem is it feels like it's a little bloated, and it's missing something to make it really excellent. And I'll get into that a little bit more when I'm talking about the review. So when talking about the performances in this, I think Jillian Bell is fantastic. She does a really great job switching between overly comedic, having really great dramatic moments, and I thought she was really great. Natalie Morales does an okay job in this movie, but the problem that I have is they give her that like 1950s cliche alien voice where I talk like this and I do this. And at first you're like, okay, it's charming. Like you can sort of get down with it when the movie first starts off. And then she just keeps doing it to where it becomes so obnoxious by about 3/4 of the way through the movie that it's really hard to stay invested in everything. And I understand you want her to feel otherworldly and different, but like she's drinking olive oil, she's doing all this really weird stuff, and I feel like that's enough. You don't need to go that extra route, and because of it, it really detracts from the movie as well. And I feel like this movie has a lot of good ideas about like friendship and understanding the people who love you and like the issues that arise in friendship. And there's a lot of really beautiful moments in this film, but that element of it really kind of takes away from the overall emotional impact. I also feel like in the third act, when everything is being wrapped up, that it's not done in a very tidy way. The movie just kind of ends, and they want this one moment to be very emotionally impactful. It doesn't land perfectly. I feel like there could have been a way that it could have been written a little differently to where it would have played up emotionally a little bit more. They play into the goofiness towards the third act a little bit too much, that the emotional resonance that I think the film is trying to go for doesn't hit as hard, which is unfortunate because like I said, there are some really great moments in this movie, and there are some really charming and cute elements to this film that I really appreciated a lot, and I was hoping to love this so much, and I ended up just liking it. It's not probably going to stick in my head for very long because I feel like there's nothing all that memorable about it, and it is a really cool concept. I feel like this had to have been done around COVID because it's shot in a very small space. There's only a couple of actors in the movie. Harvey Guillen from What We Do in the Shadows shows up. He is fantastic. There are some jokes in this that are really great. I think there's enough charming about the film to make it worth watching. I just don't think it is spectacular by any means. But if you're looking for something to kind of shut your brain off and laugh and be charmed with on Hulu, it's definitely worth your time in that regard. So have you seen I'm Totally Fine? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you thought. I thought this movie had its charming moments. There were some entertaining elements to it, but for the most part, it didn't work for me 100%. As always, if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, it helps me out a lot and lets me know the type of content you're looking for. I'm always putting out new material and look forward to getting more out for you in the near future. And as always, everyone, thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day.